Hello sailors, this is the Dodgy Kebab, and this video is a review of the private World of Warcraft fun Wrath of the Lich King server, Unlimited WoW.
Wait, are you doing an actual server review again?
Yeah, well, it's been a while, so I thought So the world of private servers has been in flux recently. Activision Blizzard hasn't shown us how they plan to fuck up the release of Classic yet, so vanilla servers have been a bit thin on the ground. Burning Crusade used to be the flavour of the month in private server land, but that seems to have gone stale. Most new Wrath of the Lich King servers end up being abandoned, case in point, Gamer District. There's a lesson on how to take a trusted long-running project and burn it into the ground in a matter of months. So what should I look at? A Legion server? I play video games for fun, not to put myself into some sort of self-induced coma, but therein lies the answer. Fun. Maybe what I should do is go back to the roots of the private server scene and look at a fun server. I remember seeing an advert on the WoW servers Reddit for an old school private server top list, so I used the advert to begin my search for a Warcraft fun server. I was very soon intrigued by the advert from a server called Unlimited WoW, a level 255 fun server that said it had over 80,000 custom items, amazing custom and scripted instances, custom quests and custom bosses. But the part that really hooked me was the promise of not only having a level cap of 255, but they'd also found a way to balance the classes at this level. Well, this is a seemingly impossible feat that I simply can't ignore. There is a custom patch that you have to download for this realm to work properly. I downloaded it, but then I forgot to actually add it to the game folder. So you'll see my abilities outside of Thunderclap and Auto Attack not actually work for the first few minutes of game footage. Either way, I was now about to begin my adventure into a world of balanced level 255 custom content. This is a fun realm, so instead of creating Tyrus Flair, I embarked on this journey as the equally fun Play TBC, because nothing says fun like 12 noon GMT. We begin this realm and we are most certainly not in Northshire Valley. We are in the game's custom mall, where the designers have managed to flood the entire area with an overwhelming amount of NPCs. Why does this happen on fun servers? You log in for the first time and there's shit everywhere. You got fireworks going off, moonbeams all over the fucking place, these bloody gems, and to really kill off any WoW mythos, the fucking Lich King is standing right over there. I'm guessing that the story of Warcraft is not something Unlimited WoW cares about. I imagine the dev team at Unlimited WoW is just like, fuck 'em and their lord. Because everything is thrown at you at once, it's easy to still miss certain introduction NPCs. I didn't see the gem NPCs in this house, and I had to ask someone where the mounts were. The NPCs can be like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. They're just hiding in plain sight, lost in a sea of oversized vendors. I quickly saw that the focus of this realm is PvP, so I thought, hey, we're all level 255 here. I've got the high-powered starter gear, which gives me 3,000k hit points, so I'll give it a go. I challenged someone and very quickly spotted they had 90,000k hit points just before they utterly demolished me in seconds. Most people are wearing the custom tier 16 set gear, so I had to start working through the custom content so I could compete with everyone else. Using your Hearthstone brings up a teleporter that you can use to go to the various custom areas of Unlimited WoW. To start earning the tier items, you need to go to the custom instances and work through the tiers. First is Razorfen Growl for the armour and Ragefire Chasm for the weapons. So you teleport to Razorfen, and outside is a quest NPC who offers the tier armour sets as a batch of quests. Each involves getting a certain amount of custom items that drop from the mobs. It's not really a hard task, but a decent enough way to get you used to having all the abilities from all three skill trees now at your command. I'd show you more of this section again, but I don't do it any justice, as this was before I correctly installed the custom patch needed for this server. Like I said, Razor Fen is first, then you go to Ragefire to do much the same thing, but this time you're aiming to earn weapons from the quests. But what you do in Ragefire is the same. You kill mobs, get the custom drops. Once you amass about 300 of a certain one, you hand in the quest associated with it. So that's tier 1 out of the way. Unlimited WoW based the first tier on 2 fairly low level dungeons. So what's next for tier 2? Maybe something like Stockades or Scarlet Graveyard, right? No! Fucking Onyxia's Lair.
What? What the fuck?
What sort of pacing is this? Why is the tier that follows Ragefire fucking Onyxia? What sort of jump is that? Where is tier 3 based? The Stormwind Auction House? No, that's probably not random enough. What about having to set a new lap record on the Shimmering Flats? There you go, there's your fucking tier 3. But really though, after you kill all the mobs in Onyxia's Lair, that's right, just the mobs, you don't actually have to fight the boss. So after Onyxia's Lair, tier 3 is actually Shadowfang Keep. Again, great pacing guys, well done. But there's a twist. You can't actually do tier 3 after completing tier 2. No, because the tier 3 quests require you to hand in elemental pieces. So for example, here you can see that for the tier 3 shield quest, I need the elemental metal shield, as well as many custom drops from Shadowfang Keep. So where'd you get elemental items, you might be asking? Well, they are items earned in the elemental zone section of Unlimited WoW's custom zones. Now, before I get into this, I'd like to reflect on what we've seen so far in Tier 1 and Tier 2. Because I've said that the pacing is all wrong, and what you have to do and where you have to go feels very random. But maybe that's the point. Maybe it's me looking at this all wrong. I'm going into this as a Warcraft private server, when maybe I should be looking at this as a different game that uses the Warcraft engine. These guys have clearly gone out of their way to make something new and something that's different from normal World of Warcraft. You know, like those people that use Minecraft to build a whole new custom way of playing. So let's have a look at the elemental custom area with a little bit more of an open mind. Okay, here we are in the elemental zone to get my elemental weapons and shield, so I can progress to tier 3. The first vendor I select has the metal gear that I want, but strap in boys, here comes the reagent list for the shield alone. So, to buy the metal elemental shield, I need 400 metal elements, which drop at approximately 20 at a time from the metal elemental mobs in this area, and I also need the water elemental shield. To get the water elemental shield, I need 300 water elements, which drop approximately 20 at a time from water elemental mobs in this area, and I also need the pure nature shield 3. To get the nature shield 3, I need 300 nature elements, which drop approximately 20 at a time from nature elementals in this area, and I need to have nature shield 2. To get nature shield 2, I need 300 nature elements and nature element shield 1. To get nature element shield 1, I need 300 nature elements and fire shield 3. To get fire shield 3, I need 200 fire elements, which drop at approximately 25 a time from fire elementals in this area, and have fire shield 2. To get fire shield 2, I need 200 fire elements and fire shield 1. To get fire shield 1, I need 200 fire elements and the shield from tier 2. And that little list is just to earn the shield item. Rinse and repeat that same list for the sword and the range weapon. So you have this little room, and pretty much directly outside are 4 mini areas, each with the different types of elemental mobs that you need. So you begin charging into the fire elementals, pull a bunch of them, and then DPS the shit out of them. And you saw that list just to earn the metal elemental shield. You're gonna be doing this for ages. I got as far as the water elementals before my brain had had enough. Running in and pulling a ton of mobs and just DPS bombing them down is not what I want to be doing. This is not what I'm looking to play. This, to me, is not Warcraft. But once again, maybe it's just me, because I know for a fact there are Warcraft players that do enjoy this style of play. In Battle for Azeroth, there are sections like this, and there are people that enjoy that.
Oh yeah, the Molten Cave, baby. My favorite, yes.
I actually do really like the snow one, because you can aggro all the mobs and like pull them down to the bottom and like AoE them all down and do like the whole expedition in one pull. So like that's kind of true and kind of not true. So like yeah, there's a few of them that I do like.
I'd also grabbed a custom daily quest before this and realised it wasn't that far away, so I thought I'd blow this elemental shit off and try that instead. However, the game had other ideas. There is a wall up around the elemental zone stopping you from leaving. Why? What's the fucking point? I have to use a Hearthstone teleporter to take me to the daily quest hub and then walk from there. The daily quest involved killing sailor mobs on Rigger Cove, so once I'd travelled there I gave it a go. The mobs are far more powerful than anything I can deal with right now, so it's either back to the elementals or find something else to do. I walked back to the daily quest section and tried my hand at the stair event. The private server stair event is something everyone and their dog knows about. A set of platforms are floating like stairs and you have to carefully jump your way to victory. These stairs though can fuck right off. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck you! Okay, so I'll give the well bosses a try. I did a couple one night, but totally forgot to record it. So when I went back to do them again, some horde was one step ahead of me and was taking out the bosses just before I turned up to each one. Then, when I finally caught up with the guy, he was wearing the top gear and just didn't feel like ignoring me. I was at a bit of a loss on what to do next. I didn't enjoy the tier grind, but unless you do it, there's a lot of content here which is just pretty much off limits. I thought I'd test the anti-cheat, and to my surprise, there is no automated anti-cheat detection. So I headed back to the stair event. With the fly hack enabled, this time the stair event was much easier. All the hacks worked with no issue. So I thought I'd take this to this logical conclusion and queue for PvP battleground. Although this is a fairly low population server, everyone is doing PvP, so the queue times are very short and it's easy to get into a game. As this was capture the flag, my plan was to use the speed hack and run past all the people who were far better geared than me. I captured the flag, scored my point, but players from both mine and the opposing side were not impressed and reported me to a GM. The GM showed up within about 30 seconds to let me know I was going to be banned from the server. So the anti-cheat here is purely manual. The system can't detect you, but if someone sees you cheating and reports you, you're done for. As I can't capture any more footage, it's time for the conclusion. This server is just not for me. What these guys are aiming for and what I'm looking for in a Warcraft private server are nowhere near the same thing. But like I've said a few times through this video, I'm sure that there are people that would find this fun. Equipping weapons and armour that have stats that have crazy high numbers might be appealing to some people just looking to have a laugh. Or maybe you're really into PvP and you want to try out a character that has access to every spell from all 3 skill trees in a competitive environment. I don't want to be as harsh on this server as I would be on a Blizzlight normal server. If a Blizzlight server is bad, it's because it's been made poorly. I didn't enjoy this server because it's what it's setting out to be is something I don't want. But the only thing I will say is that the whole elemental grind thing is totally pointless. Why break up the tier armor grind with an even more tedious grind that you have to do to get back to the tiers again? You're not looking to get the armor in the elemental area because you want those items. You're doing it so you can get back to the tier grind. If the elemental grind wasn't in the game, I think I might have been able to make it through the tiers. But that elemental grind was so awful, so poorly designed that it can't be seen as anything more but an annoyance. Well, that's it. Like the subscribe button and leave a comment on my 4chan page at that.